This is More Minds, wide awake in the present. Work, work, work. I just finished working a 12-hour day, and that's normal for me on the weekends. But I wanted to share this with somebody who's working and working and working, and they feel like they're stuck or trapped. That's happened to me. And look, that is an opportunity to learn as much as you can so you can do it for yourself. Maybe you're in a job right now that you hate, or a job that you like, but it's taking over your life. 10-hour, 12-hour, 15-hour days. I've done it a lot. And it's helped me figure out how to run my own business, how to do it for myself. And that's what I'm doing. And every day I'm learning more, but it's just so rewarding to see the business pay off, because it's been a while. It's been a long time coming. And working long days is really difficult. Some days you'll wake up and your knees hurt so bad you don't even want to stand up. Your back hurts so bad you don't want to keep going, you don't want to get up. But keep going and remind yourself that you have the potential to start your own business, to start your own project, to find your own customers, to make deals and make profit. A lot of people are in the same job day after day, month after month, year after year, complaining and complaining and complaining, and bringing down everybody who's with them, who's working with them. If that's you, take a moment to realize how many lessons, all the things that you've done and accomplished and learned, you can take that in some form and do it for yourself so that you can make more money. Now, it might not be more money in the beginning, but eventually it will if you keep going. A lot of people I talk to who have their own business, and they always tell me they don't even pay for advertising, it's just word of mouth. These are people who have been doing the same thing for 10, 20 years, and they're living their life. They're living their dream life, being financially free and independent and being their own boss. We have to dig deeper and slowly build. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen even in a month or a year. But if you keep going, it can happen, and it will happen if you keep going, and just remind yourself to keep working. There's always something that you can do to elevate, to improve. And I just wanted to share this because I'm finally starting to see the results in my life, in my business. And, it was very difficult starting, but now it's starting to slowly happen for me. And I'm so grateful that I took a leap of faith and said, you know what? I'm killing myself working for a company. Imagine if I did it for myself, how much better off I would be, how much more successful I would be. And especially as I'm a dad now, I've realized making the most money isn't always the solution. Now what I'm trying to do is make the most money for my time, because we can all be work slaves and work 12-hour days, 7 days a week. But what kind of life is that? I've done it. I've done 12-hour days, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week at the most busy times in my life. And it's pretty difficult. It's pretty miserable. So But once again, I probably had to go through that in order to take all the lessons and the determination to say, I'm going to start my own thing and separate from the comfortable, secure company and start creating my own security and comfortable position. And I still work a normal 9 to 5, which is also necessary just because everything is expensive these days, especially in California. It's just too expensive. And a lot of people have 2 jobs. And your time, everybody says time is money, and money is time. Because if you dig yourself deep in debt, then you're going to be spending months, maybe years, crawling out of it. I had racked up a lot of credit card debt, and it took me years to pay off in the end. And I was looking at the bill like, oh my gosh, there's so much interest that I'm just paying. For what? Because I made that mistake, that choice to say, oh, just put it on the credit card. Just put it on the credit card. I'll pay it later. And then I was still waiting, and later never came. So just wanted to share this with you guys. If you're in a point in your life where you're working super hard for somebody else, think about how much better your life could be if you found something that you could do for yourself in your spare time. And it's just take baby steps, and eventually it'll keep growing, and you're going to become the desired service, the desired company, and find something no one else is doing. I'm always trying to remind myself, be better than the competition, because there's always going to be somebody who is the best price, the best quality. And while usually those things don't go together, the cheapest thing is not usually the best quality thing. But when you're starting out, sometimes you have to do both of those in order to find customers. And then as I'm learning, the most difficult thing is just growing your customer base. Because once you get a few really good customers, that's good. That's money. That's a little bit of security. But it's not until you get, dozens, at least 100, if you can get several customers, and then they're going to share their experience with others, and now you're too busy. And I know that's how it's going to be. And once again, don't throw everything out just because you're starting something. Keep your normal job, keep working, and in the off time, grow yourself, grow your company. Even if, whatever it could be, if you want to write a book, just start writing. Don't wait. If you want to start a company, start it. Invest. Save up that money. It's amazing how much money we can save if we stop buying snacks at the gas station, if we stop going out to eat and instead cook food that's a lot cheaper. The other day I said, thank God beans and rice are still affordable, because everything else is super expensive. And luckily those 2 foods are healthy. And while they may be very boring to eat every day, that's saving a lot of money. You could either spend $20 at a restaurant, or that's being generous, 30 or 40 per day, or you can spend $30 or $40 on beans and rice, and obviously other food to, chicken, fish, meat, whatever floats your boat. But buying beans and rice as your staple is going to save you so much money. And I know cooking sucks. It's a chore. You have to plan it out. It takes a lot of time. But those little things add up over time, and you'll end up saving so much more money. I wish this is something I did when I was younger. Every time I went to go put gas, I would say, oh, I want a drink, I want a snack, I want chips. And then little by little, your wallet's empty. And you say, oh, I want to go get a burger, I want to go to In-N-Out, I want to go get a burrito. Once again, little by little, and those are the things that add up to be the most. Like, gas is ridiculously expensive right now. When I added up how much gas I spent last year, it blew my mind. And also food. Just going out because I was hungry, starving. Those things will kill your savings. So this may not matter to you if you're already a millionaire. Good for you. Congratulations. But if you're not where you want to be financially, buy beans, buy rice, cook it, buy chicken, buy the cheapest things that you can while still taking care of yourself. Instead of buying the fresh blueberries, buy the frozen blueberries. It's so much cheaper. Strawberries. And then also looking at just the basics, beans and rice. Cultures have lived on these foods for thousands of years. And in this modern day culture, nobody really wants to cook at their home. And nobody talks about, oh yeah, I bought some beans and rice today. It's like, huh? What did you just say? What are you talking about? Sounds ridiculous. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to start cooking. But that is going to change the game when it comes to saving money. Like, there's just so many bills that add up, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm spending my check as soon as I get it. That's why everybody says people are living paycheck to paycheck. Even if you have 2 jobs, paycheck to paycheck. And it's like, it sucks because it's like, what can I do to get out of here? Well, look at the basic things like food, drinks, these things that we don't really consider because they're cheap, ends up becoming so much at the end of a month, at the end of the year. And it's not until tax time that you're looking at all this stuff like, what the hell was I doing? Where is all that money that I apparently made? Nobody knows. Not even you can't even remember where it went, right? So I hope this video sheds some light on, finances, starting your own business, and inspires you to keep going and to, take a second to pause and say, wait a minute, what am I wasting money on? Like, do I really need to buy a soda and chips when I go to get gas? Do I really need to go to McDonald's or Burger King or In-N-Out or Chipotle or whatever? You could make all that food, you could cook all that food at home, and it'll probably taste better. It'll be more money up front at the grocery store, but it'll be a lot cheaper over time. We pay for the convenience. So I had to give up other things, taking my time in order to create space for cooking, to create space for going shopping, because these things do take time. And sometimes it's really difficult to make the time, but we can do it. We all have more time than we think. And yeah, I hope you guys are saving your money. You're working super hard for it. Don't let it go so easily. And that's something I am working on too. Don't let my money go so easily. Focus on things that are more worth your money, more bang for your buck. Anyways, thank you for watching. Much love to you all. This is More Minds, Wide Awake in the Present. See you in the next video. Peace.